Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks, and I'm finally back after the campaign. For those of you who probably haven't noticed, because I'm just crap at uploading anyway, but I have not been uploading for the past couple of weeks, and that is because I've been playing the Thunderstorm campaign. I've been streaming every night, I've been recording all of the streams, so you will be getting some content from that coming out soon. I'm going to try and release that content as additional content to my standard stuff, and then you'll have extra content. But I'm going to try and get back into recording as best I can now. So today I'm playing in the Object 907, one of the tier 10 Clan Wars reward tanks, and I've obviously been playing this a lot during the campaign, and this is just a random that I played after one of the games one night, and it's going to be an ace tanker, spoiler alert. And obviously this thing is quite difficult to ace, it being a reward tank. It's very tricky. It's quite tricky. Well, it's a very tricky tank to ace based on the fact that you have to do a lot of damage and get a lot of XP and everything to be able to ace it. We're on Pearl River, not a map that I would say I particularly love in the Object 907. It's kind of a tricky tank to play on this map because quite a lot of areas need gun depression, and this thing only has 5 degrees. At the start of the game, I've pushed up into the middle, even though I'm on the worst side to be able to get into the middle. I actually have, over the campaign, have swapped my 907, so instead of having rammer, vert stabs and vents, I've gone for rammer, vert stabs and turbo now, which is nice, and I'm starting to actually feel like I prefer this, because when it comes to chasing damage at the end of the game, or when it comes to, like, relocating across the map to support other locations, I feel like having a 0.1 or a 0.2 second reload quicker is, yeah, it's nice, but I feel like you can actually put more shots in by being able to put yourself in better situations. As I've just done here, that better situation being not where I was. I pushed into the middle at the start, took on the Panzerwagen, did a decent amount of damage to that guy, and then an M60 and a Chieftain popped up, and yeah, we're fighting on a ridgeline. Anybody got time for that? I'm getting the hell out of dodge there. So I managed to slip down out of the middle and come back towards our base. And I'm now going to go see what we have on the K line and on the 1 line, kind of on the south side of the map. I definitely don't want to fight that Chieftain. Like, obviously the 907 has got more DPM than the Chieftain. However, he had an M60 for support, so I was never going to win that fight. So in my opinion, I was just like, well, I may as well just get the hell out of there. Our south side of the map, sorry, we haven't got a huge amount of people here, but neither, well, spotted so far, have the enemies. So I'm going to try and support what I can. STRV's spotted. He's not on a lot of health. So we're going to see what we can do here. MXM4 54 facing off against the Leopard. Both teams got an STRV. The only things unspotted at the minute are 3 enemy tank destroyers, the Jagdpanzer 100, the Object 2684, and the T-124. I actually think about here moving back across and trying to support this 5A, but then I see that we've got the Object 2684 and the Grill here. And I feel like, again, we probably need some more support on this side. Being very wary of where the SCRV is. I'm pretty sure that shell disappeared, so I think I hit something, as that one didn't, but I don't think it actually penned. I think, as it was a heat round, it went into the heat shield at the top of the STRV. Because I'm pretty sure when he gets spotted again, he's still on about 500 health, or however much he was after he got unspotted last time. And we're now going to press up onto the AMX M454. Spot the T124, fire one. Good dispersions on the 140, obviously. It's a very good tank for firing on the move, which is why it's such a good brawler and why it's used in like Clan Wars so much. And speaking of brawling, that's what I'm going to try and do now with this AMX M4. Obviously, trouble is, no gun depression, so I'm actually having to try and be creative with what positions I can find here. Go up, manage to find a shot into him. Again, kind of looking around because I know that M60 is in the middle still. MX-M4 fires. I go to see if I can hit his cupola. I don't. I think I was lagging a little bit at this point. I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't really matter anyway. And then we decide to give him good old Russian side hug. Use my mobility. Use that ability that I have with the turbo to get around this guy. Fortunately, the artillery splashes him with a stun round, which slows him down, makes it his terrain resistance is worse and everything. Unfortunately, it gets me as well, and I thought, to get out of that fight without taking another hit, I'm just going to put my put my crew back in using my first aid kit so that I can make sure that I finish that guy off. Now, we did look quite strong in the north, but looking at the map now, our team's kind of collapsed. Spot the STRV, he's going to have spotted me. Somehow hit the E4 with that shot. Honestly, that was one of the most speculative shots I've ever taken, and I cannot believe I actually hit it. We're now going to move up, make sure I'm unspotted, and then move up into this kind of bush area here. Try and finish off this STRV and E4 so that we can then progress into the enemy base and try and see if we can open up crossfire to allow our team to win. Finish off the E4, and the DPM on the 907 is so nice. Like, some of you guys who are watching this may have only just got the 907 because obviously we've just finished the campaign. And it's something that you need to make sure that you do is, if you take a hit in something, you need to make sure that you put 2 shots in someone else. Like, this is an STRV. He's got, famously, a quick reload. But I know I reload faster than him. I saw him fire. I know I can pop 2 shots off in his reload. And that's something that you have to learn to do. If you see someone fire, and you know they haven't got support, you need to be putting 2 shots into them, 3 shots into them if they've got a longer reload. You just need to go for it. Now, me and the Leo 1... going in towards the enemy base. I was 90% sure that the Jagdpanzer 100 was going to be in the enemy base. I wasn't quite sure where. I didn't know if he was going to be AFK or if he was actually going to be in the fight. I don't know whether he was AFK, but he's not anymore. Come in, try and track him with the first shot. Again, this is where I'm having a lot of gun depression issues. Again, the second shot doesn't actually track him, but I now know that that left track, as I'm looking at it, is very weak. So, as he comes over, put one in, he repairs, he thinks I'm going backwards, I juke back forwards, and that's what's known as one dead Jagdpanzer 100. If he can spin, RT for them, RT for me, take a second, aim the shot, put it into the tracks, and this is where you want to be in a 907. Having something perma-tracked, you can just unload your 3,500, well, it's more than that. I think mine's at about 3.8k DPM. Unfortunately for me, the enemy RT does manage to put 2 into me, taking about 600 HP away. Make that 700 HP away, but we killed the Jagdpanzer, which is very nice, and kind of equals, well, actually puts the game in our team's favour. Now, trying to see if I can spot for the enemy team. We've got tanks pushing in from this side. Our STRV is still on quite a considerable amount of health, so I'm like, even if I die here, it's probably kind of unlikely that he's actually gonna manage to lose. The 5A finishes off the 62p. I know that RT's roughly over here. He shot me from over there, so I know he's roughly over there. Can we pick up our top gun on the RT? It's always satisfying killing RT, but getting a top gun as well is very nice. One shot in. Is the STRV going to manage to kill him in time? No, we managed to smash it, which is very nice. And that is pretty much all she wrote for this game. As far as I'm aware, the 5A then duels the M60 in the middle. M60's on 880 health, 5A's on 1200. 5A's got pretty decent DPM, even though the M60's is pretty good. And yeah, 5A finishes them off. I do actually join the platoon with the 5A so that we get Brothers in Arms, which is very nice. We're actually only 1 off a 2-man crucial as well because he kills the M60. But yeah, that is the Object 907. And like I said at the beginning of the game, this was actually enough for an ace tanker, which if you're getting the tank for this campaign, it's a good marker to go for, a good kind of indication of how much damage you actually have to do. Remember, 7k damage, 6 kills, a bit of assisted, and all of it was to tier 10s. That's very important. Like, you can have these games in tier 8s, and you'll be hitting first, sometimes even second classes, depending on what you're shooting at. But the 907 is an absolutely amazing tank. It's a brutal tank to face. And I thought I'd just showcase this, as it was a game that I managed to get just after the campaign. Like I said, I will have more content coming out, a bit more variety. Probably next video I'll put up will be another tank request video, so make sure you go vote on that. I believe at the minute the Charfutura is winning. I may be wrong with that, but I'm pretty sure. So head over and have a look at that if you haven't done already. And like I say, I'll be trying to interweave between my standard videos, some campaign game releases in and out of there as well, but they'll be coming later on in the week. I want to make sure that the campaign's finished, because I've actually played my last game of the campaign. It's only Saturday today. I played last night, so the Friday, but I'm not playing tonight, and I'm not playing tomorrow night because it is Lucy's birthday. So I don't want to be single. I kind of like, I'm taking her out to dinner tonight, and then we're with her family tomorrow night, so I can't exactly go, no, sorry, I'm going, I need to play World of Tanks, because, yeah, that would not go down well. But anyway, hopefully you'll have all that content to look forward to coming soon. But on that, let's go take a real quick look at the post-game stats. So, there we go, guys. Like I said, that was an ace in the 907. Always nice to get one of these. I think I had a game on stream a couple of weeks back where I did, like, more damage than this. Didn't get quite as many kills, but obviously it wasn't an ace because I think I was against either tier 9s or maybe even tier 8s, which is always a little bit upsetting because it's like, oh, you do so much damage and you don't get the ace. But yeah, ace tanker, we got the Brothers in Arms for platooning with that 5A at the end. High caliber, probably unsurprisingly. And also a Top Gun for picking up 6 kills. I don't often get high kill games anymore. Like, most of the time, these days, I'm more damage than kills, but there you go. 7,049 damage, 6 kills, and 1,432 base XP. I'm not actually 100% sure what the ace is at the moment on the 907, but obviously, I would say that's probably quite a low ace tanker. So if you have just got the tank, that is kind of what you're aiming for. Fair play to the 5A. Big shout out to him. Frubibi? I'm not going to try and say that. But big shout out to the 5A. He did 4k damage and picked up 5 kills as well, holding down that flank on the other side. Fired 31 shots, hit 28, and pen 23. Not too bad. Obviously lost a buttload of credits because I fire a load of gold because I'm a scrub in this tank, but I don't care. Did 1,173 assisted as well, and blocked a little bit with the armor, which is always nice. But the majority of the damage we took that game was actually from the M4 and then that arty at the end, which was kind of upsetting. But anyway, quite a nice little game as well in just under 9 minutes. But yeah, that is all she wrote for this video, guys. Like I said before, make sure if you're new to the channel, you consider subscribing. Turn notifications on so you know when I'm uploading. I will be uploading a lot more content in the coming weeks. Like I said, you'll have my standard content and also a bit of campaign content as well. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed it. I hope this has helped any new 907 drivers kind of understand where the requirements are for the ace. And on that, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.